Hey friends, welcome to Gardening with Creekside and this week's nursery tour. It is a beautiful frosty morning here in November. Jerry and I were talking this morning, like, where has time gone? Cannot believe it is November. Of course, we are Creekside Nursery in Dallas, North Carolina, Zone 7B. We are just west of Charlotte. We are a grower retailer, meaning that we grow the plants that we sell directly to you, our customer. There is a lot going on. Just because the temperatures are going down does not mean that things are slowing down or that things should be slowing down in your garden. It is a prime time to be planting shrubs and perennials, trees. If you're looking to add trees to your garden, to your yard, this is definitely the time to do it. We always kind of reference back to our privacy berm that we installed last year. We planted all of the trees and the shrubs really between like the middle of November through the early December, and they just performed great. Why do we plant in the fall? We plant in the fall because the plant's energy is going into the roots. They're not so worried about the foliage growth because they are entering into dormancy. They are really focusing on all of their energy going into their roots. You have tons of action happening underground during these colder months. So that way, when the heat hits in the summer, they are well established and they are happy and they are strong and very, very vigorous. That is what we have to be concerned about here, kind of in the southeast, in those warmer parts of the country. So for my folks who are already covered in snow, Colorado, Michigan, and all you sweet northern people, it might be a little different, right? Your timing is going to be a little bit different. Of course, we are North Carolina, down here in the southeast United part of the United States. I will get it out here in a minute. This is where we really focus on the major plantings. And speaking of plantings, you saw us last week begin to install our Proven Winners Signature Garden. We had talked about when we were planting them that frost was coming, a freeze was coming, and this morning is the third freeze since we planted them. The day after we planted them, it got down to like 25, 26 degrees. Then we've had the low 30s the last 2 days. They are doing great. Remember, the plants in the ground are going to be more insulated than a plant that has in a pot that its roots are exposed. So if you're on the fence of whether should I plant it now or should I wait and just hold it over, go ahead and throw it in the ground. Use your biotone fertilizer. Of course, that is for that great root growth, and all will be well. So we're going to be really focused on the next couple of weeks getting this whole garden planted with our trees and shrubs and the vast majority of our perennials. So those will go in this week, next week. So we will keep you updated on all of that. While we are here talking about what is growing, blooming, thriving at Creekside Nursery, we have got a couple of specials that are going to go on until we close. So a few housekeeping things that you need to take note of. If you are coming to visit us here at Creekside Nursery in Dallas, we are going to be closed that whole week of Thanksgiving. We take that week off to give us and our staff time to enjoy being with family. So the week of Thanksgiving, we are closed. We will reopen that next Wednesday. Don't know the exact date on that. Our final day of the 2023 season is Saturday, December the 16th. So plan accordingly. We will be open on December the 16th, but that is our last day. We will reopen mid-February. Whatever that Saturday is, it'll be Saturdays only. I want to say it's like 16th, 17th, something. I don't know. Anyway, it'll be mid-February, and of course, all that depends on the weather. So come see us, make those plans accordingly. From now, November all the way through that time that we close in December, all of our Proven Winners roses are going to be buy one, get one free. So come to the nursery. You can mix, you can match. For example, we've got the Reminiscent series. This is Reminiscent Crema. Is gorgeous. The roses have been handling the colder temperatures much better than, say, some of the other shrubs. Now, Crema, yes, she's a little frozen right now. She has frost on her. But Crema is a great, beautiful, what they call a buttermilk, creamy white rose. Still has buds on it. Even my roses at the house are still putting out. This is going to be a nice, like a 3 foot by 3 foot, somewhere 3 by 4. And 3 feet tall, 2 feet wide, hardy in zones 4 to 9. The great thing about roses is they are extremely versatile in their growing zones. So we have got crema, we have got the beautiful At Last rose. This is probably one of my favorites from Proven Winners. It was really their original kind of landscape shrub rose rather, but it is just a great, beautiful, handles the heat and humidity here, rarely gets black spot, but it too will be in that 3 foot mark and smells divine. Like, it has a lovely, lovely fragrance. Then we also have, I'm trying to find all the different roses. Over here, we've got the Oh So Easies. We've got Oh So Easy Italian Ice. These are going to be more like low and wide. The Italian Ice is really fun because you've got, and I know they're frosty, y'all, just, use your imagination here. They've got some yellows, they've got some peach, they've got a little apricot in there, a little cream. So they really will kind of have a kaleidoscope of those beautiful soft colors. And another, like I said, low and wide. So we've got more. Oh, yeah. Sorry, thank you. The Rise Ups. Now, clearly, we have a completely different structure here with these roses, and they are Rise Ups. So that means that they will be those semi-climbers, meaning that you can leave it as a landscape shrub if you want to keep it more tighter, or you can put it with an obelisk or a trellis or next to a gazebo and help kind of train it, and it will be a mini climber. It is not going to be this massive, 10 foot tall shrub that just kind of gets out of control. Great ones, and so different colors on all of those. So if you are interested in the Proven Winner roses, cold is the time to plant them. So whether you're doing like the potted plants like this, you can plant them all the way through the winter because they are extremely cold hardy. So all Proven Winner roses are buy one, get one free going through, and those are all 3 gallons. I will say that. And then last but not least, as far as the specials, I'll just show you over here because that's where we have it. Land and Sea compost. Of course, we all love that Land and Sea compost. You saw us when we did the Sprinter Boxwoods and the Little Lime Punches. In the Signature Garden, we top dress with our Land and Sea. Great compost. This is the perfect time to be top dressing your flower beds, whether they are new or they are existing. As you're getting rid of your old annuals and you're cutting back your perennials and you're in there and you're maintaining, go ahead and throw down some of that Land and Sea. Come springtime, those plants will come back when they are ready to enter into their active growing phase and will be really happy and strong. Beautiful foliage, beautiful flowers. We're going to continue that special on the sale price of $12.99 all the way through, like I said, we would close in mid-December. We had started that in October, so we're just going to extend that until we close for the season. So come load up. It is a great deal. Even if you have to drive a couple of hours to come see us, it is well worth it because trying to ship Land and Sea is quite pricey. And plus, you get to buy other things when you are here. But it is really that go time for your shrubs, right? Everything is going to be so much happier when they get in the ground as opposed to being in a container. Really great, strong, vigorous growth. The hydrangeas especially do great. Go ahead and putting them in the ground. I know they look a little frosty, but it is okay. So keep in mind when you come to your local garden center, you're rarely going to see maybe a hydrangea that's really full and thick and happy. Maybe it's a little sparse, like you're looking at the Gatsby gal back here. The Gatsby gal, she's starting to go into some dormancy and losing her leaves, and that's perfectly fine. That is not a problem whatsoever. Yes, where is that, Jerry? It's right here. This is what it is. Okay, so we got a delivery from our friends over at Johnson's Nursery down in eastern North Carolina because they grow beautiful Sprinter Boxwoods and they had some other plants that we needed. They grow a lot of Proven Winner plants, and so what they had is the new Pinky Winky Prime. So this Pinky Winky Prime hydrangea, right? So a lot of people know and love Pinky Winky. This is Pinky Winky Prime. We'll throw the specs up for you and throw you a picture up there but it's going to be a little bit of a tighter, more full habit, stronger limbs on it, but just that great panicle hydrangea that does really, really well. Just kind of that improved version on that. Okay, so Pinky Winky Prime is here. I did snag one to put into the signature garden, definitely for sure. All right, let's move on up to the greenhouse, because speaking of, now this is not a new hydrangea, but this also came in. We needed to use them for a landscape, so we added a couple of extra to the order, and they were absolutely gorgeous, and so we grabbed a few. Before we go in there, we are restocked with the Southern Living plant collection. This is Diamond Spire. It is a gardenia. Obviously, the gardenias are not really blooming right now. That is nice and cold, but Diamond Spire is really fun. It is an evergreen, so even in this time of year and in the winter, it's got beautiful interest. I adore this plant, one, because it's a gardenia, but because of its foliage, the leaves, super thick, dark green glossy, that have a really unique kind of a thumbprint to them. So this will be a columnar upright, will do great in a container, and it is going to be hardy in zones 7 to 10. I have it in the landscape right there at the patio going up to the backyard, back porch, and it is doing great. All right. These are the Incredible Blush smooth hydrangeas from Proven Winners. These are the ones that I was telling you that we brought in. These Incredible Blush, of course we know and love Incredibles that are that creamy white. Blush has that nice soft pink color to it. These are color specific, meaning your soil pH is not going to change the color of this. They're not going to be blue, they're not going to be purple, they're not going to be some other color. They will be this beautiful blush rose pink color. And so again, smooth hydrangeas are like panicles in the fact that they bloom on new growth, which we love that, because that means that we are guaranteed to have flowers every single year. May or not have grabbed one of these to go into the signature garden as well. So if you want the Incredible Blush, we have just a handful of them, but man, they are beautiful, thick, happy plants. So you can come and grab those as well. The fall annuals, we have still a great selection of the violas. I think we might do another round of order just to bring in some more some interest, but these are the ones that we were growing, just so sweet, whether it is that viola mix and you've got lots of different colors in there, or we've got the solid colors of like the blues and the yellows and the purple glow, just loads and loads of color. And that's the great thing for us being in this warmer part of the country, is that these will be flowers throughout the fall, winter, and early spring, because these are cool weather plants and they thrive in our winters here. When it hits May in the south, these are done. Like, you're ripping them out because it's gotten way too hot and they can't handle it. So even your annuals, you've got cool weather annuals and warm weather annuals, and these for us are cool weather and do great in our fall and winter. If you are looking for pops and explosions of color, specifically thinking about like for Thanksgiving, the fall festivities, the fall activities, these mums, these are our last mums. We brought them in to kind of protect them from the 25-degree night. At this point, they're just gonna hold their color really, really well because it's nice and cool. All you have to do is water them. And if you're worried about the fluctuation in temperatures, one, it's gonna go back up and go a little bit warmer. Jerry's wagging his finger at me. He wants to say something. Sorry about that. We had to do a little camera rearranging. But back to the mums. So if you're worried about, fluctuation in temperatures, what I did when we had that 25-degree night, I just simply took my mums that were out on the sidewalk and I just brought them up on the front porch, so they were on a covered area, and they are doing great. It's going to warm back up a little bit, so I will move them back out. But this is just, I can't explain to you how amazing these things are. I mean, they're ginormous and they're huge, and you can put them on your porch. You can put them, by your mailbox. You can faux plant them in the ground, and they will bring just beautiful explosions of color. Literally, all you need to do is make sure they get water. It's not raining, so you're gonna have to make sure that they get some water on them. Back talking about some perennials, just in general, great time to plant perennials, whether you're looking at some eucharis, Coral bells, right? We know that. They come in an array of colors. And the great thing about these guys is that they're semi-evergreen. So that means in the wintertime, they're not going to go completely away like a hosta will, right? Hosta will, this is what happens. If your hostas look like this in your yard, it's okay. This is completely normal. This is what they're supposed to do. All of this will die and it will be completely gone. You will just have a little tiny stub and it will be gone. The coral bells, rather, will have foliage all winter long. So that's a great idea to add to your perennial garden if you still want some structure throughout the winter season. And then, of course, we cannot miss these ruby slipper oak leaf hydrangeas. Love this hydrangea. It is a nice petite version of an oak leaf. Oak leaves can traditionally get massive. This is much more tighter, much more compact. Does great here in the South. I have it when you're leaving the nursery. It is right there. Mine get a lot of hot afternoon sun, so they're in the shade all day, and then it get really intense afternoon sun for maybe an hour, 2 hours. Handled it like a champ. Beautiful, nice, creamy, big, huge flowers on them that will turn a lovely kind of a reddish color. And then the foliage, it is starting to, here it's a little bit more protected, but will turn a beautiful, rich burgundy color. So even though you may not have flowers on it, you will still have lots of fall interest. Oak leaf hydrangeas, you don't prune. How much do we love that, right? Just leave them alone because they bloom on old growth. So don't touch them, leave them alone, and they will be very, very happy. So even though it is November, even though it is a little bit chilly, I've got my gloves and my scarf on, it is a great time to be out in the garden. You can be out there working and not sweat. Hello, Southerners. Don't we love the fact that we can be outside and in jeans and a t-shirt or sweatshirt or whatever and not be sweating? It is glorious. So just get out there, enjoy your garden, enjoy your space. But if you're looking to add plants, this is go time. It is the perfect time to do it. Do not forget about the special on the roses and the land and sea. Unique stone. So my people who are interested in unique stone, that order is arriving the first of this week. There's a ton of pallets. There's a lot of unique stone on this order. So it's going to take us some time to unpack and sort. If you did custom orders, because we had quite a few custom orders on this delivery, we will absolutely be in contact. We will say, hey, your piece is here. If you did a custom order, please come pick it up by December the 16th. We still have people from last order that have not come to pick up their stuff this order. Please come and get it. We will have lots of different sizes. We have some really cute little people. We've got little statues, and then of course we have all the big stuff as well. Great Christmas presents, even for my folks who are traveling. If you're going to be traveling here on a plane or a car, I've got plenty of little guys that you can take home with you. So just know that that is coming later on this week that we will be sharing. Hopefully everything will get unboxed and we can share that gorgeous haul from Unique Stone with you. So just be on the lookout for a phone call or an email later this week. It's going to take us some days to get it unboxed. As always, thanks so much for gardening with Creekside. Y'all have a fantastic day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends. Hey, friends. All right, so for those of you that stay tuned to the end of the video, we've got a little sneak peek for you. Between the time, end of the day, can't talk, when we shot this morning till now, guess what arrived in the mail? You have been asking about my garden belt, so we talked to the sweet folks who make the garden belt, and look at this. We have a custom Creekside Nursery tool belt. So this is the gardener's belt that I use, slightly modified as far as the buckle. Mine is has the actual buckle because I sent in my measurements to them. We are offering to you, sweet folks, this tool belt. The difference is that it is an adjustable buckle. So depending on, like Jerry and I can both wear this belt, but it is from the folks of Wheeler Monroe that make the garden belt that I have used for, gosh, several years now. Absolutely love it. They too are a North Carolina small business husband-wife team. Gorgeous. Jerry contacted them and said, hey, can we do something with some customization? They said, absolutely. So for those of you that are interested in a tool belt, garden belt like what I have, this is a great option for you. They make great Christmas presents. Go ahead, and they are available on the website now. We have them as far as if you are right-handed, and we will have those of you for my lefties out there. They will be left-handed belts as well. Very high quality. I use these things all the time. I have one. It is what I go to. I put it on all the time. Great, beautiful, just the highest quality leather, brass buckles. You can fit all sorts of things in here. It does have the little holder for your hori-hori. So your hori-hori will go right here. In this pocket, this is a nice big pocket. I personally, in mine, keep my cell phone in here. I have a knife in here. All sorts of different items can go in here. Fits quite nicely. This is the perfect size right here for your Felco pruners. That will fit quite nicely. And then there is that little bonus pocket right here as well. Maybe it is a garden marker. Maybe it is like the Felco 905, the adjustable tool. Whatever you want to fit in there, it will do great. And then of course it has, my alarm's going off. I think we're getting ready to get a delivery. The little clip right here. So if you want to put your keys, you want to put whatever clips on there, there you go. So they are available on the website now. Make great Christmas presents. We will get them out to you as soon as possible. So if you're interested, go ahead and get your own very own edition of the Creekside Nursery garden tool belt. All right, we're really done now. It's the end of the day on Saturday. See y'all next time. Bye, my friends.